I've come all the way back around. I went from the small clubs all the way up to the big shows, back to the small clubs.
They're kind of creating a community, and at the same time they're giving back to the community. You know, they're helping out a lot of young bands out there.
From that point, we just kind of went forward, you know, with like, all right, let's just make it a bigger thing and do our own deal.
Probably just the passion for music and just looking to make a change.
Yeah. Got into the record store, something we always wanted to do, and basically just went and combined all that together, all the music, so we could do live bands, we could do records, sell music, do the whole thing. And that's kind of how we got started in 2011.
I guess we look at it as this is probably the store like I would have loved to have when I was a kid. I had a couple record stores I went to when I was younger and would drive the clerks behind the counter crazy because I would never leave. I'd be talking away and wanting to hear and pointing at the stuff. They would get the promo stuff and they would put everything up on the walls and I'd be like, oh, can I have that when you take it down? Can I have that when you take it down? You know? And they'd have to put, and they put sticky notes on it. And I guess I just look at it as I want it to be that and more. I want to be able to people to come in and say, that's for sale? For real? I mean, that's autographed, whatever, and that AC/DC poster, yeah, that's, if you want it, it's for sale. It's, you know, everything is here for people to enjoy and look at and come and hang out and we can play records and if you see something cool you like and you never heard it, we'll put it on or we got a station where you can listen to it and it's just a place to come and talk.
You know, I'm sure I was your age, if not younger, when I was going to record stores myself, and that's how we always heard like the new music. The labels would send you a record or a CD to play. They don't do that anymore now. I mean, on occasions they will. Some of the indie labels do, but big labels, they don't really send anything out anymore, but they used to send it out, and you put it on and play it, and when you walk in, you're like, this is really good, what is this? I'll take that copy. That's how you got turned on to new music.
You know, I've been a collector of music for so long and you know, I'm just really into music as a whole, and it's just fun to go through these records and listen to them again and get people. It's fun to see like young people come in and say and being able to say, hey, you should really listen to this record or you should check this band out, or you know, it's cool seeing the excitement in young people's faces that are never seen or heard Led Zeppelin or heard Pink Floyd or heard the Stones, or you can say, hey, check out this Beatles record, you know. And it's really cool to see that. You know, we got a young girl that comes in. She's like the biggest Beatles nut on the planet. She's a freshman in high school. And she's been a Beatles fan her whole life. You know, she probably knows more about the Beatles than I do. You know, and every time she sees a Beatles record, she's just like, it's like seeing it for the first time. And that's so cool to see that again. You know, and I think it's just sharing our knowledge. And
there's people bidding on stuff that's ridiculous. You know, I mean, there's an album I was watching yesterday. It was Lightning Hopkins on Herald. I mean, just the second issue on the color label went for almost $1,000. I mean, you can get a bidding war going on a record. Very easy to and especially if you go through an auction house, then it really gets out of it. Because then you got collectors all over the world looking for it.
There's something about putting the needle down on the vinyl and listening to it. It's just such a better sound.
Yeah, it's overall just that awesome memory of vinyl and music in general, you know. I mean, when I had vinyl when I was a kid and then the CDs came around, I kind of switched like everybody else did. And CDs are the greatest new thing, you know. And always still had my records, didn't play them forever, and kind of got back into it as the last few years. And
a few calls here and there. Do you have this album in stock? No? Would you like a copy of it? It's in your band. And those are labels because I think they're feeling the hit of bands like Dead Modern Villain recording their music their way, putting it out, and they're actually selling it. But there's a lot of bands like Vintage Trouble and some of those, they don't have a label, and they're selling thousands of copies of their album. I think the labels are catching wind of that again and getting back to the, you know, hopefully they do get back to the old school way.
I think vinyl now is I just think it's part of kind of a cool culture, and people are it's kind of hip thing again, and you know, the collectability is there, and the enjoyability of playing them, and you know, there's all types of people that just want to listen to the music, they don't, you know, rather than the collector. I think it's a little bit of both, and it's just awesome to be able to share that with people again. I got a few customers that just, they smell the record before they even like would look at the vinyl. They open it up and they just, it's something of, it's just that it brings back memories. It's something about it, you know. And
Years ago, is that they used to produce, you know, when one came out, they used to produce hundreds of thousands of them.
Okay.
You got, you know, somebody just would buy a record, it was $4 at the time, and play the hell out of it and toss it, and then go buy another one. And then, as soon as CDs started coming in, then, you know, most of those records either started getting thrown out or tossed around at Goodwills, and then next thing you know, they're starting to become obscure. What makes the record valuable is rarity.
kind of be a good 8 to 10,000 records here that are just on the floor right now. And surprisingly enough, we kind of remember off the top of our head what's here. But to be a full count of everything, boy.
You know, local Green Bay bands trying to support original music, bringing in touring acts, getting people to come in and see things that maybe they've never seen before, giving them, you know, options and hoping that they have an open mind and they want to come out and check out music. It's free. You can't beat the price. It's free. You know, come on out. It's all ages. They're done early, so it's, you know, I can't think of a better way. Come on out and see different music.
A lot of the local bands have been reaching out to us. We've been getting a lot of really good bands from the Oshkosh area and Milwaukee area, and it's amazing to see the talent coming out of the Oshkosh area. I mean, there's probably about 10 bands right now out of Oshkosh that are incredible. You know, I'm like, where are these guys hiding from? You know, and so it's again, it's a good way for us to help them and push them and support them, and we love carrying their music here, and we can sell it for them, and it gives them a kind of a cool venue to play, to spread their music, you know, as you know, people don't necessarily see them or heard of them, they could kind of check them out, you know. And then the young kids, a lot of them kind of been catching wind, and the news spreads, so they come in and ask us, well, what does it take to play there? Send us a message, send us when you're ready, we'll make it work. So mingle, come see shows, you know. It's just constantly pounding it, you know, getting it in their heads to, they're free, they're all ages. This is what you want. This is, you guys are looking for something to do. It's here. Come, you know, get out of your house and come check it out, you know.